Okay, those of you who just joined, just give these 4 questions a try. We're going to go through them. Siamtanda, can you not see the screen still? Okay. Shrimp. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen now? Welcome all you newcomers. We're just going to work through these 4 questions first, and then we're going to jump onto trinomials today. Very exciting trinomials. It's off. I'm going to give the others a couple more minutes to join and to give these questions a try, and then we're going to start going through these first 4 questions. Hi, Nakabanga.
Hi, ma'am.
Is that thumbs down that you can't see the screen still?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have tried to unshare it and share it again. Normally that works. I'll try one more time and let's see if that helps. Any luck? Ah, great. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes to try to finish these off. I don't want you to feel rushed. And then we're going to try and go through them. While you're working on them, do we have any volunteers for any of these questions so far? Remember, if you volunteer, then you won't get picked on for something you won't like. So this is the time to choose one you like.
Ma'am, can I do question 3?
Jaden, question 3. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Jaden, 3. Beautiful. Do I have any volunteers for 1, 2, and 4?
Ma'am, can I please do 2?
Yes, you beautifully can. Okay. Now I need a volunteer for 1 and 4.
Ma'am, may I please do number 4?
I would love you to do number 4, Fancy. And now one more volunteer for question 1. It's always the highest common factor that no one wants to do. Siamtanda, is that your hand up? Beautiful. You're going to be on number 1. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute. So until 5:05, and then we're going to go through these questions. All right, guys, I'm going to turn my camera off so I can flip my screen, but I'm still here and I can still hear you. So remember, shout out whenever you need to. All right, So let's start with number 1. Siamtanda, this is your time to shine.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So I'd like the color red.
Red, okay. Let's find you a nice red pen. Cool.
So, ma'am, here we're gonna have 2 brackets.
Oh, it's a sneaky one because you saw this x squared and you saw the minus, and so you thought 2 brackets. And I was trying to trick you, but this one isn't a 2 bracket one because
Ma'am, I
there
can't hear
isn't
you,
a
ma'am.
square there. Can you still not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you're breaking.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So Siamtanda, this one isn't a difference of 2 squares because our second term is not a squared number. So we're not going to have 2 brackets this one. This is going to be a highest common factor.
Oh, ma'am, it's 2.
Okay, so what can go into both 2x squared and x? What is something similar in those 2 things?
X, ma'am.
Good. Okay. And if I take x out, what is going to be left in my bracket?
2x minus
Good.
x.
And then what's this going to be? This is going to just be minus 1 because negative 1 times x will give me my negative x. Nice. Well done. And I'm glad that you offered to answer. Good job. Okay, number 2 is Nakubonga. What color would you like, my love?
Like color purple.
Okay. Let's get you a nice purple going on. Are we thinking like a dark purple?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What did you do for number 2?
So I found the highest common factor, which is x minus 1.
Well done. And then what was I left with?
Then you left with 2 plus y.
2 plus?
Y.
Yes, brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so this was a highest common bracket situation. The first question was a highest common factor situation. Now let's have a look at, well, let's just stop there for a second. Can I just see some emojis with how we did with these first 2 questions? Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, good. All right, question 3 is Jaden. What color would you like to use, Jaden?
Black.
Black. Okay, beautiful. And what are going to be our answers here? Have I lost you, Jaden? I think Jaden somehow is struggling to hear. Okay, I'm going to go through this one in case we've lost it for a little bit. So this one is a difference of 2 squares situation. So dots. So we have a different sign. We've got 2 terms, and they are both square numbers. So we fit all of our different things that we need for difference of 2 squares. We're going to have 2 brackets. We're going to have a plus and a minus, an x and an x, because that's going to give you my x squared, and then a 4 and a 4 to give my 16. Can I quickly see with some emojis how that question went for everyone? Okay. Great. Oh, one's address. Okay. Okay. A little bit confused. That's all right. Okay, and then we sort of end in the hardest type of questions that we've done so far, which is question 4. And Afenze, you were going to do this one for us. What color would you like to use?
Could I please get blue?
Blue. We've got a range of blues. Do you want it light or dark?
Light.
Okay, it's all yours. Take it away.
I got the answer 2 open bracket x square minus 4y square close bracket.
And then?
That's all I got.
Oh, but I know you can do another step. What's happening in here?
s- uh, the difference of a square.
squares. Yes. You can do it on the spot with me.
Okay. X minus 2y,
Good.
and then it's x plus 2y.
Excellent. Well done. Okay, so these 4 questions sort of cover everything we've done up to this point. And now we're going to work on the next little thing, which is called trinomials. Okay. And so some of you have done trinomials in party, and grade 9 it's hard factorizing it. So if you are good with trinomials, then you must be feeling very proud of yourself. A trinomial, if you think of a tricycle or a triangle, tri is telling us it's got 3 terms. Okay, and the pattern that we look for when we're looking for a trinomial is something squared, and then either a plus or a minus something, and then either a plus or a minus and a number. So something like this, like x squared plus 2x plus 1, for example. That would be a trinomial that we could factorize. Okay, so we've been doing this for all of our different sections as we go along. And the first thing I want you to do here is simplify. So this is the opposite of factorizing. Oh, goodness, I didn't cheat today. Let's try and calm it down a little bit. Calm down. Here we go. Okay. No! I'm going to do it again. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to multiply these 2 brackets out. So I want everyone to give that a try. So we multiply our x by x, our x by our 4, our 3 by our x, and our 3 by our 4. And I want you to figure out what I'm going to get and then simplify that to an answer. So you can have a line over here, and then you're going to have your answer. So I want you all to give that a try on your side now.
Can I try to answer?
Yes, I'd love that.
So I first got to I got x squared
Good.
plus 4x plus 3x
Good.
plus 12,
Excellent.
which then when I simplified gave me x squared plus 7x plus 12.
Excellent. Well done. That was beautiful. So what we've done here, this process, this is called simplifying. And what we're going to do today is we are going to learn how to take it the other way and go from this to these 2 brackets. Factorize. We're going to learn today how to do the pink square to those 2 brackets. That's our whole goal for this. I'm going to be spending the next couple of lessons on it. So if it doesn't feel great by the end of today, don't panic. Okay, so we're going to talk about this sort of step by step. There's a whole lot of things which help us as we work forward with it. The first thing is when we do a trinomial, first one is our pattern. So when I say a pattern, I'm having an x squared, x, and then a number. Trinomial pattern, we have x squared and a number. And in this case, yes, it fits our pattern. Great. When we have a trinomial, we're always going to have 2 brackets. Okay, so there will always be 2 brackets. And the 2 things at the front of that bracket have to equal this. So in this case, this has to be an x, and this has to be x, because times x gives me x squared. Okay, so that's like our first one. I know I'm saying lots, don't panic. We're going to spend a lot of time on this today. The next thing we have to do is we have to work with the factors of that 12. And we're going to work with factor pairs. So for example, times 12 will give me 12. 2 times 6 will give me 12. And 3 times 4 will give me 12. So these are called factor pairs. Can anyone see those numbers and tell me which one of those factor pairs, if I added two numbers together, would give me 8? Can anyone pick it up?
4.
Good. Well, okay. So remember, you have to have the two numbers next to each other. So either you're choosing the pair of 1 and 12, or you're choosing the pair of 2 and 6, or you're choosing the pair of 3 and 4. Perfect.
Oh, 2 and 6.
2 and 6. Great. Okay. So if I have a look here, if I say 2 plus 6, I'm going to get positive 8, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to say plus 2 plus 6. Now, if I multiplied that out to check my answer, I would be able to see that I'm right, because I would get x times x, which is x squared, x times 6, which is 6x, x times 2, which is 2x, and 2 times 6, which is 12, which gives me x squared plus 8x plus 12, which was my question. So we always are allowed to check our answer if we wanted to make sure we are right. So the key with this is to find the pairs of this last number of that constant and see which pair will give me my middle number. That's sort of our goal. Okay, so we're going to work through the next one sort of slowly together. It's very, very similar. And if you're feeling good, first of all, we've got an x squared and then an x and then a number. So we're going to have two brackets. We know this has to be an x and that has to be an x because we have to get x squared. Then we're going to work with our factors of 12. Okay, so that's 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. How would I get negative 8 with one of, so I either have to choose this pair or this pair or this pair. How could I get negative 8 by plussing or minusing two of those numbers together? Do you think they can see? Lots of faces trying to avoid me right now is what I can see from this camera over here. What if I did minus 2 and minus 6? Negative 2 minus 6 is negative 8, which is what I'm looking for. So I'll have negative 2, negative 6. So we use these factor pairs to try and figure out what those numbers are going to be. Now, there's a couple of things which make this easier in the long run, but for the moment, while we're learning, I just want you to practice getting this idea of finding your right factor pairs and figuring out if there will be pluses and minuses. And once we're comfortable with that, I'm going to share some tricks with you, which makes it a bit quicker. Okay, now for C, we're going to be using the exact same factors because we're still using 12. All right, I'm just going to write them over here. We know we're going to have two brackets and we're going to have an x at the front of both to get our x squared. Now I'm going to work with my factors of 12. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. And now I'm going to pick on people. Kamva. Hello. I want you to look at these factors and I want you to tell me which pair, if I added or subtracted something, I would be able to use 7. So I'm trying to get to the number negative 7. Which pair could I use?
Negative 4 and negative 6.
Beautiful. Negative 4 and negative 3. Well done. That was excellent. Okay. Negative 4. And we have just factorized this trinomial. Well done. Okay. Let's have. Yeah, I want you guys to try this one yourselves. Remember, if there's no number, that means minus 1, and that means plus. So I'll factor pairs. I'm up here to help you while you work. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and it will be the same factor pairs for both of those questions. So I want you to give this a try. And if someone feels comfortable, then offer to do D or E. Okay, so I'm making them for D. Okay, so what is going to be in 5 brackets?
X minus
I'm getting negative 1, right? So if I look at these numbers over here, I could say, well, I could have negative 4 plus 3. That would give me, so I would have minus 4 plus 3. So we need to try and figure out how to get that number. So now that should make this next question feel a little bit easier after what I've just spoken about now. Does anyone think that they can do E?
Ma'am, can I do it?
Yes. What would E look like?
In brackets, x plus 4, and then in the other brackets, x minus 3.
Excellent. Well done. Beautiful. Okay, so are you starting to see some kind of pattern? Can I get an idea with sort of emojis where we're feeling with trinomials at the moment? We've just started it, so please don't panic if you're feeling absolutely horrible with them. Okay, so that's fine. Still a little bit confused. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. This one is actually like a really nice, easy question, because if I have to work with my factors of 2, I only have one factor pair. The only way for me to get 2 is to say 1 times 2. So I know I have to use 1 and 2. I have to use that pair. I don't have another option. So what is this one going to look like? What's going to be at the front of both brackets, and then what are my numbers going to be? Are they going to have pluses? Are they going to have minuses? You're going to figure that out. And who am I going to pick on? I'm going to pick on Tansley. Whenever you are ready, Tansley, tell me what you think will be in these brackets.
Can I do it quickly?
Yeah, of course, no rush.
It would be x and x in the 2 separate brackets,
Yeah.
and then plus 1 plus 2, sorry.
Good. Plus 1 plus 2. Because 1 plus 2 gives me my 3, which is what I'm wanting over there. Excellent. Well done. Good. Okay. All right. Now, this one has A's instead of X's, but otherwise is exactly the same. So again, we're going to work with our factors of 9. Okay, and who can tell me what my different factor pairs of 9 are? So I'm going to have what and what and what and what. Any volunteers? We're just having a silent date today. I'm going to pick on Tristan. Tristan, is everything working okay? Okay, can you tell me what my different factor pairs for 9 would be? So a factor pair is like, no, that's okay. Let me talk you through it. So like if I looked at the number 20, I'm looking at what two numbers multiplied together will give me 20. So like 2 times 10 will give me 20. And 4 times 5 will give me 20. And 1 times 20 will give me 20. So we're looking at what those pairs would be. If I multiplied them together, I need to get this number.
It could be 3 times 3.
Beautiful, 3 times 3. And then there's actually only one other one for 9.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What did you say?
There's only going to be one other one for 9.
Oh,
so we have 3 times 3, 1 times 9. Beautiful, excellent, well done. Okay, now you've done this, so I'm going to make you do it one step more. Now we've got our different factor pairs. If I'm trying to get negative 10, which one of those factor pairs am I going to use? 3 and 3 or 1 and 9? Good news? Can I ask you here? Which one do you think it's going to be? If we're trying to get to negative 10, if I make negative, and negative 1 is 9, I'm going to get an answer of negative 10. So I'm wanting to factorize it. I'm going to have my A and my A. That's going to give me my A squared. And then I'll have minus 1 minus 9. Okay. All right. I would like everyone, we're going to do this as our last question today. I want everyone to give H a try by themselves. Let's see who manages to get H. So work through how we've been doing it. Think of your 2 brackets. Think of your factor pairs. We'll only have 2 different factor pairs for 10.
Should I answer or should I give the factor change?
No, you can definitely answer.
Oh, okay. So brackets A plus 5 closed bracket A plus 2.
Excellent. So my factor pairs will be 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. And the way for me to get 7 would be plus 2 and plus 5. Okay, we are going to call it quits there for today. We're going to stop there because we're going to carry on with trinomials in our next lesson. So I'm going to hand over to Tula now, and we will carry on with this when I see you on Thursday.
Awesome. Thanks, Ms. G. Hi, everyone. Some of you know me. My name is Tula. Can we just all just clap our hands for Miss G, just to appreciate the lesson. And thank you, Miss G. Appreciate you. Thanks. So I'm just gonna quickly share for the next minute. Just gonna quickly share my screen. Just gonna quickly share my screen to discuss a couple of things with you guys. Just 1 second. Awesome. It should be showing on your side. Please do let me know if there's an issue that you're experiencing or you can't see, just write on the chat and we are monitoring that, and we'll definitely let you know what to do or just give some tips. And before I continue on this, just a few side things I want to say. Please look out maybe over the next day or two, or maybe throughout the course of the week. Axel, our research manager, may reach out to you just to try to find out how your experience was with the live sessions and to ask you a couple of questions. So maybe try to expect that call. You know, I know sometimes call may be frightening if you receive them without knowing that they're coming. So this is just a warning to you guys. And once again, if you experience any tech issues during the actual session, just write on the chat and we'll try to help you as much as we can, or at least make sure that next time the same issue does not happen. So we're doing grade 9 factorizing, as you guys know. This week we are doing lessons 8, lesson 7, 8, and lesson 8. We're doing trinomials. We'll be continuing to do trinomials through to next week on lesson 9. Can you guys see that we're actually only left with all these? Can you imagine? Come so far, and yeah, it's just amazing. So thank you to everyone who's attended from day one.